Welcome to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support while you go through the divorce process. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics such as child custody, property division, and self-care. Together, we'll explore emotional, financial, and legal aspects of divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And I'd like to go over an important question many parents face. And that is, can child support be modified after the divorce is final? So child support agreements are designed to ensure that children receive the financial support they need following their parents' divorce. However, as we know, circumstances can change over time, and that could prompt the need for modifications to existing child support arrangements. Now, can child support be modified after a divorce? Yeah, the short answer is yes. In most jurisdictions, child support orders are subject to modification based on a substantial change in circumstances. Now, what constitutes a substantial change in circumstances? Well, it can vary, but may include many factors such as significant increase or decrease in either parent's income, changes in the financial needs or modifications to custody arrangements. If you believe that a modification to your child support order is necessary, the first step really is to consult with a divorce attorney. They'll be able to assess your situation and advise you on the appropriate course of action. Depending on your jurisdiction, you may need to file a formal petition with the court to request a modification to the child support order. This typically involves providing evidence of the changed circumstances and demonstrating how they justify a modification. Now, it is important to note that child support modifications are not automatic, and they do have to be approved by the court. Both parents will have the opportunity to present their arguments, and the court will consider the best interest of the child when making its decision. Now, keep in mind that child support modifications can be complex and emotional charged in the process. It's essential to approach the situation with empathy, open communication, and a willingness to collaborate with your former spouse for the benefit of your child. Additionally, be sure to stay informed about your rights and obligations regarding child support and be proactive in addressing any changes in circumstance that may warrant a modification to the existing order. In conclusion, child support can be modified after divorce, and it's going to reflect the changes in circumstances that impact the financial needs of the child. By seeking legal guidance and engaging in constructive dialogue with your former spouse, you can navigate the modification process with clarity and compassion. That's going to be it for today's episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on the topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to help. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to get into a critical aspect of divorce negotiations. How long should spousal maintenance last? And so divorce, as we know, really is a journey. There's a lot of uncertainty, and understanding the timeline for spousal maintenance can provide clarity and peace of mind during the process. So, how long should you expect spousal maintenance to last? Well, the answer, again, not always straightforward and depends on various factors, including the laws in your jurisdiction, the length of the marriage, and financial circumstances of both parties. In many cases, spousal maintenance is intended to provide temporary financial support to the lesser earning spouse while they transition to financial independence on their own. This type of maintenance typically lasts for a defined period, allowing the recipient time to secure employment or acquire the necessary skills for self-sufficiency. Now, however, the duration of spousal maintenance can vary widely depending on specific circumstances of the divorce. Now, in some cases, it may be awarded for a few months or years, while in others, it could be indefinite, especially in a long-term marriage where one spouse has significantly lower earning potential or is unable to work due to health reasons. It's essential to consult with a qualified divorce attorney who can provide guidance on the applicable laws in your jurisdiction and advocate for your best interests during negotiations. Additionally, consider the impact of spousal maintenance on your overall financial well-being. While it can provide essential support during the transition period, it's important to plan for the eventual cessation of maintenance payments and develop a sustainable financial strategy for your future. Keep in mind that spousal maintenance arrangements, they can be modified and terminated under certain circumstances, such as, the change in recipient's financial circumstances or the attainment of self-sufficiency. Sometimes spousal maintenance concludes if you remarry or just live with another individual. You're going to want to make sure you understand what takes place and how. Communication and transparency are key throughout the entire divorce process. Openly discussing, expectations, concerns regarding spousal maintenance with your attorney and former spouse to reach a fair and equitable resolution. Now, wrapping up today's episode, the duration of spousal maintenance during the divorce process can vary depending on numerous factors. And there's no one-size-fits-all answer. I know, it's unfortunate. You're going to want to seek legal counsel, explore your options, and approach negotiations with as much clarity and diligence as you can. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or financial planning matters I can assist with, please feel free to reach out, either email or call. My information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care and have a good day. Hello and welcome to Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're going to look at a really pretty interesting part of divorce, and that's the fate of a spouse's business during the dissolution process. For many couples, a business may represent a significant asset and source of income. Navigating its division or disposition can be really complex and fraught with lots of challenges. So, what are the options for a spouse's business during the divorce? One option is for the business to remain intact, with one spouse retaining full ownership and control. In this scenario, the spouse who owns the business may compensate the other spouse for their share of its value through other assets or other financial arrangements. Another option is for the business to be sold, with the proceeds being divided between the spouses according to the terms of the divorce settlement. Selling the business can provide a clean break and ensure equitable distribution of its value. Alternatively, the spouses may choose to continue co-owning and operating the business post-divorce, either as partners or through a shared ownership arrangement. This option requires a high degree of cooperation and communication to ensure that the business has continued success. It's going to be essential to consider the business's value and financial viability when exploring these options. Conducting a thorough valuation of the business can help determine its worth and inform negotiations regarding its division or disposition. Legal counsel and financial advisors can provide invaluable guidance throughout the process, helping spouses understand their rights and obligations regarding the business and explore, those creative solutions that meet the unique needs and circumstances of individual divorce cases. Additionally, it's critical to address practical considerations such as tax implications, debt obligations, and ongoing operational expenses associated with the business. Developing a comprehensive plan for, you know, these things and factors can help minimize future conflicts and ensure a smooth transition post-divorce. When navigating the fate of a spouse's business during divorce, communication is going to be pretty important. You're going to want to openly discuss your goals, concerns, and priorities with your spouse and work together to find a mutually acceptable solution that protects your interest and promotes financial stability. Finishing up this episode, the options for a spouse's business during divorce are pretty varied and nuanced. By approaching the process with patience, flexibility, and a willingness to compromise, couples can reach resolutions that preserve the business's value and promotes a fair and equitable division of assets. That's going to conclude today's episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out to me using my email or phone number in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care and have a good day. Hello and welcome to Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to look at, something that's pretty important, and that is preparing children for the end of the divorce process. As we know, divorce, the journey is really an up and down one, not just for the spouses, but also for the kids caught in the crossfire. As the divorce process nears its end, it is critical to ensure that children are emotionally prepared for the changes ahead, as best as possible anyway. So, how can parents help their children navigate the conclusion of the divorce process? Well, here are some essential strategies to consider. First, maintain open and honest communication. Reassure your children that they are loved unconditionally and that the divorce process is not their fault. Encourage them to express their feelings and concerns, and then you're going to want to validate their emotions with empathy and understanding. Secondly, provide age-appropriate explanations about the changes that lie ahead. Discuss practical aspects such as living arrangements, visitation schedules, and any other adjustments they may experience post-divorce. Offer reassurance that while some things may change, your love and support for them remains unwavering. Thirdly, involve children in decision-making whenever possible. Empower them to voice their preferences and concerns regarding custody arrangements, school transitions, and other aspects of their lives affected by the divorce. By including them in the process, you help foster a sense of control and stability, even amidst uncertainty. Now, additionally, we want, to prepare children for the potential challenges they may encounter as the divorce process concludes. Be transparent about the emotions they may experience, such as sadness, anger, or confusion, and offer coping strategies to help them navigate these feelings in a healthy way. We're going to want to encourage children to maintain meaningful relationships with both parents and reassure them that they will continue to have access to the love and support from both sides of the family. Foster a sense of belonging and connection, even amidst the changes brought by divorce. Finally, let's prioritize that self-care for both yourself and your children. Encourage healthy routines, engage in activities that promote emotional well-being, and seek support from friends, family, or a mental health professional as needed. Remember, taking care of yourself enables you to better support your children through this challenging time. Wrapping up this episode, preparing children for the conclusion of the divorce process requires patience, compassion, and open communication. By fostering a supportive environment and addressing their needs with sensitivity and uncertainty, you can help them navigate the transition with resilience and strength. That's going to do us for today's episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, have a great day. Hi, and welcome to Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're exploring a fundamental concept, really, in divorce law, the no-fault divorce. In typical divorce proceedings, fault was often assigned to one party, such as adultery, abandonment, or cruelty. However, the advent of no-fault divorce revolutionized the legal landscape, offering couples a simpler and less contentious path to dissolution. But what exactly do we mean by a no-fault divorce? So simply put, it is a type of divorce where neither spouse is required to prove wrongdoings or assign blame for the breakdown of the marriage. No-fault divorce laws, they do vary by jurisdiction, but they generally allow couples to cite irreconcilable differences, irretrievable breakdown, or similar grounds as the basis for seeking divorce. This eliminates the need for lengthy and really costly legal battles over fault-based grounds. So, why choose a no-fault divorce? There are several really compelling reasons. First, it promotes amicable and cooperative divorce proceedings, reducing conflict and emotional distress for both parties and any children involved. Second, no-fault divorce streamlines the process. It allows couples to focus on practical matters such as property division, child custody, and other financial arrangements, rather than getting bogged down in accusations and recriminations. Third, no-fault divorce fosters privacy and discretion by avoiding public scrutiny of personal and often sensitive details. Couples can maintain confidentiality and preserve their dignity through the divorce process. However, it is important to understand that no-fault divorce doesn't mean the absence of fault or wrongdoing altogether. Rather, it acknowledges that marriages can end for a variety of reasons, many of which may be beyond the control of either spouse. It's also worth noting that while no-fault divorce simplifies the legal process, it doesn't necessarily make divorce easy by any means. Emotional challenges, financial considerations, and practical arrangements still require careful consideration and negotiation. In conclusion, no-fault divorce represents a significant advancement in divorce law, offering couples a more dignified, efficient, and compassionate approach to ending their marriages. By focusing on resolution rather than blame, it paves the way for healing and closure for all parties involved. That's going to do it for today's episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me. My email and phone number is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.